89.9 The Light, Lucy and Kel for breakfast, and our pleasure as always, a great man who we love for the way that he loves others, Luce, joining us live in the studio this morning on this very special day.
From the Salvation Army, Major Brendan Nottle, who we just love your heart. We love the salvos. We love everything you stand for. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Oh, back at you, Lucy and Kel. I love the light.
Let's talk about the fact that the salvos are very front line. They're very interactive. They're very much dealing with the need out there on the actual streets of Melbourne and also out in regional Victoria, I'm sure, especially around Christmas time. What are you seeing? Who are you interacting with and things like that?
When we talk about issues like homelessness and we talk about really complex mental health issues, people's minds often go straight to the CBD. But the reality is that CBDs all across the world, in fact, they're gathering places for people that are homeless. But what we've seen over the past couple of years is there's a spread. So people are not just sleeping rough in doorways in the CBDs, but they're actually turning up in not just suburbs, but regional rural areas as well. And one of the real challenges, I think, is that when you get to regional rural areas, homelessness is there, but it's not often visible. And what we're worried about is a tsunami of need coming down the pipeline around people that have supported organisations like TheLight and the Salvation Army are actually now at a point where they need to reach out and say, we've got nowhere else to turn to.
We always are impacted, Brendan, by your stories of hope. And I'm sure there's a few stories out there of when the salvos have touched the lives of people who are, like we said, going through stuff that most of us couldn't even comprehend. Yeah,
we had mum and dad come in very, very distressed with their two little kids, two little girls, blondies. And the kids have been told, no Christmas this year. We're just really struggling to make ends meet. And they came to us as a last resort, and they got a beautiful meal, thanks to TheLight. But then we were able to give them some toys. And there was a church, Planet Shakers, that gave us a whole bunch of toys. And so we were able to distribute those. I tell you what, like I've been doing this for a long time. Far out. You know, to see these little kids who had been told by mum and dad, no Christmas this year, so forget about it. And all of a sudden, they haven't just got a meal, they've got this magnificent spread, courtesy of TheLight and your listeners. And then they get these magnificent bikes of all things. The kids were just beside themselves. And for me, I just go far out. I just want to keep doing this. And I think, you know, one of the learnings for me in the work that we do is it's really easy to protect ourselves. It's really easy to engage in a transactional model of care where you just give something to someone and say, job done. But if we seriously want to see transformation happen in a person's life, then it's about a relationship first model of care. So building a connection with them and then just doing the journey. So during the journey when it's good, but doing the journey when it's really tough as well.
And isn't that an incredible partnership? Like what the salvos are doing, what the light is doing is literally exactly the same in just different facing areas. But how incredible that together we are so much stronger. And that Bible verse about putting one person, you know, putting 1,000 to flight and two putting 10,000 to flight, it truly is that model, because when the light and the light family come along, the salvos and the salvos family, my goodness, we can affect so many more people.